Although it is valid to have input and output functions in the command window, they really make a lot more sense inside of scripts, or possibly also functions. So here's the general outline of a script that's going to have input and output. The first step is to prompt the user for the input that you need, and when you do that, suppress the output with a semicolon. Second step is to calculate the value or values that you need based on the input, and again, when you do the calculations and assignment statements, you're going to suppress the output. And then the third step is to print or display everything in a formatted way using fprintf. And normally when you do that, you would print not only the values that you've calculated, but also the input that you used in the calculations. So one point is that you're using semicolons throughout the script so that you control exactly what the execution of the script looks like. Here's an example of a script. So what we want is to calculate the target heart rate, or THR, for a relatively active person. So that's given by 220 minus the person's age multiplied by 0.06 for a relatively active person. So we want a script in an M file that's called THR script. So the actual name of the file would be thrscript.m. And in the script, we're going to prompt the user for the age. We're going to use that age to calculate the THR, and then we're going to print it. So executing the script from the command window would look like this. So at the prompt, we type the name of the script. Again, not the .m, just the name of the script, THR script. That's going to start executing the script. It's going to start by prompting by saying, please enter your age in years. And then, for example, if I type in 33, then it's going to calculate the target heart rate, and then it's going to print it using fprintf in exactly this format for a person, and then repeating what the user entered for the age, in this case 33 years old, comma. And on the next line, it prints the target heart rate is, and then what it calculated, which is 112.2, using 1 decimal point. And then we get the command prompt again. So here's the solution for the script. So again, this is stored in an M file. Put a box around it to show this is the file, thrscript.m. First, I have a block comment describing what the script does, that it calculates a person's target heart rate. Then we start the script by having the input function that prompts the user by saying, please enter your age in years. And then when the user types something in, that gets stored in the variable on the left, which is age. And notice we have the semicolon at the end of that assignment statement, so it doesn't show age equals and then the value when we execute the script. Then we calculate the target heart rate, 220 minus age times 0.6, and store that in a variable THR. And again, suppress the output from that so we don't see the THR equals and then the number when we execute the script. The reason we do that is because we want to format the output using fprintf. So I'm going to print, first of all, for a person, and then %d is the placeholder, and the value of age fills in that location. So it prints for a person, for example, 33 years old, comma, and the new line moves down to the next line in the output, because there were 2 lines in the output. And then we print the target heart rate is, and with 1 decimal place, we print the value of the float THR, so the value of that variable and the new line character. So again, notice that we're suppressing the output from both the assignment statements in the input and in the calculation of the target heart rate. So we don't see that when we execute the script. Instead, we just see what we control with the formatting with the fprintf statements. In this case, we're printing 2 lines, and I happen to be using 2 fprintfs, but that's just because it's easier to fit that on the screen here. I could print everything in 1 fprintf. So for example, I could have just 1 format string that says for a person %d years old, and I would want the new line to move the cursor down, but then I could have all of this in the same format string. The target heart rate is %.1f new line, and then I could have comma age and then comma THR. So all of that could be in 1 fprintf statement, or I could have it in 10 fprintf statements. So it's important to remember that the number of fprintf statements is not necessarily the same as the number of lines in the output. In this case it is, but not necessarily. So again, the output looks like this. When we execute the script, it prompts for the age in years. We enter that, it calculated the target heart rate, and then it printed for a person, and the value 33 filled in for the %D placeholder, years old, comma, new line, moves cursor down to the next line, and then we printed the target heart rate is, and we printed the value that we calculated with 1 decimal place. And then a new line moves the cursor down, so the prompt comes on the next line and not on the same line as where it says the target heart rate is 112.2.